Hi, and welcome to Next Edge. Today, I'm going to teach you how to skate in 5 minutes. So let's say this is your first time at an ice skating rink and you're here for either a birthday party or you're coming to skate with your friends and you don't want to embarrass yourself. Well, today I'm going to show you 5 easy steps on how to get moving on the ice. Now, let's assume that we just tied our skates, you have your skates on. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to get used to balancing on a very thin blade. A lot of people struggle with this part because they're not used to standing on a very thin blade. So the first thing that we're gonna do is just arms out in front. We're just gonna walk. We're gonna get comfortable balancing here, holding, lifting the feet up, kind of a marching position. Just gonna do this a couple of times, back and forth, arms in front and just picking those feet up, just lifting, getting used to balancing on this really thin blade. Let's go one more time. Very good. That's the first step. Just marching off the ice, making sure your arms are in front and picking up those feet. All right, now we're gonna look at the second thing that I want you to do off the ice. So we haven't even stepped on the ice yet. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take those marching steps and then arms out in front and we're gonna bend our knees and hold. And then again, picking those feet up and then holding. As you can see, I'm going knees over toes, pushing forward, and my body is pressing forward also at the same time when I bend and hold, because we're gonna use this on the ice. So if you're really secure off the ice, it makes it so much easier when you step on the ice. All right, we just finished step 1. Now it's on to step 2. So we're going to hold on to the barrier. We're gonna step on the ice, get our feet underneath us, and we're gonna repeat what we did off the ice, picking those feet up and marching. And I like to tell my skaters a little bit of stomping action, just so that we're placing the foot down and really getting comfortable balancing on that blade. Now we're gonna pause our feet and we're gonna dip and press forward and stand back up. And we're gonna repeat again, marching, and then dipping down. And this is such an easy step too, because we have our safety holding onto the barrier. Our other arm is out in front. Make sure that your arm isn't behind our body. Arms out in front and just picking up those feet and then bending, making sure that we're pressing forward on that dip down and holding. Okay, now we're ready to move on to step 3 once you're really confident at the barrier, because we're gonna come off the barrier now and take those 2 steps. So we're gonna go arms always out in front of our body. I can't stress this enough. Please make sure your arms are in front because we wanna be able to catch ourselves. When our arms are behind our body, we're not able to catch ourselves and our feet go out from underneath us. So let's go. Make sure those arms are in front. We're gonna bend our knees a little bit, get comfortable, and we're gonna take those marching steps. Very slow. I don't want you to move very fast at this point. Very slow. Then we slow our feet down and we bend and stretch and hold and stand back up, and then marching and bend and hold. It's very simple, but this will give you the confidence to start moving. So we want to make sure, again, I'm just going to recap on that real quick. Arms out in front, picking the feet up. I'm not going push, 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 because then I've already lost my balance. So very slowly, one foot then the other, arms out in front, and bend and hold. You can always use that bend and hold if you feel like your feet are starting to get out from underneath you. Stop them and bend forward and gather yourself. Okay, now we're ready for step 4, falling down. This is something that I find a lot of new people getting on the ice are worried about. It scares them. What if I fall over and I really hurt myself? Well, today I'm going to try to give you the safest way to fall over as possible to where you don't get hurt or injured, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go arms out in front, we're gonna bend our knees, and we're gonna push and fall down to the side. We always wanna make sure that our body is more forward when we do this. Then how to stand up, we go hands and knees here to this position. We do one foot, make sure that blade's on the ice. Then we're going to use our hands to push up and then arms out in front. As you can see, you always want to be aware of your hands, because sometimes if they're behind our body or out to the side, another skater could maybe accidentally run into you and cut your hand. So we want to try to avoid that. So let's go one more time. So bending our knees, pushing and falling down. Notice how my hands, I can see my hands. They're not anywhere back behind my body here. I want to be able to see them, then go hands and knees, one foot, and then use those hands to help you push up, arms out in front, and then you can dust yourself off. So I know that it seems super simple falling down from standstill, but the thing is, we are not gonna be at a standstill position when we fall over. We're gonna be moving down the ice. And some things I want you to focus on is that always arms are out in front and we're bending forward, because the biggest injuries that happen is hitting the head. The feet, you lose the feet, they go out from underneath you and you wind up hitting your head. So we wanna save yourself, making sure that you put your arms forward and you catch yourself, making sure that we're leaning forward. Now, getting up, just make sure that you can see your hands at all times, making sure they're not out to the side, because on public skating, you have people that might be skating super duper fast or might not feel as comfortable as you are. They could accidentally skate over your hands. So make sure that you see your hands while standing up, and then keep going, because you know what, falling does happen. It's a part of skating. It's learning how to safely fall and get back up. Now we're ready for that final step, gliding. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take those marching steps that you did earlier, arms out in front, we're gonna pick those feet up, and we're gonna start bending our knees a bit more and pushing off that inside part of our blade to get that little bit of extra glide. Then you can go back, have a little dips, bending the knees, because knee action and ankle action is so important when we skate. Arms are in front, picking those feet up. Notice how I'm pushing just a little bit more. So this is marching, and then I'm adding that bend in, push, bend in, push. Okay, let's try it one more time. We're gonna go back, arms out in front. Again, you can stand still, bounce, feel that knee and ankle action. Pick those feet up, starting off with marching. Now watch, bend and push, bend, push, bend, push, bend, push. It's feeling that inside part of the blade, pushing off the ice, feeling that little bit of glide. Then you can go back to some knee and ankle action work, and then push and glide. And it's as simple as that. All right, there you have it. Now I have you skating in 5 minutes. Let's recap on everything that we've gone over. We've learned how to march off the ice and dip off the ice. Then we got on the ice and we slowed those feet down with the same thing, holding onto the barrier, nice marching, then dipping, getting really confident there. Then we took that off the barrier, tried it, small marching steps, dipping down, and then we've learned how to safely fall, bending our knees and falling, making sure our hands are in front of our body, not behind our body. And then we took it with that one extra step, and I showed you how to start gliding across the ice. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this helps you out the next time you step into a skating rink.